When Joe Pyfer hopped on Instagram Live in Mexico to explain why he was unable to fight at UFC Mexico City, everything went to shit. No, literally. Because he said,
I couldn't fight like that, bro. He would have slapped me and I would have shit myself. Like,
Wow.
I've been sitting on this for a while, and with his fight around the corner, I figured I'd piece the timeline together with clips and screenshots I snagged from social media as everything was going down. Feel free to use the timestamps to jump around if you've seen parts already, but I guarantee there's some stuff you didn't catch. One of the segments I do on this channel is I follow fighters and those close to them during fight camp, and when I was doing it for Joe, everything seemed pretty normal. He looked in great shape, and he had all his boys with him. This was them in the sauna the day before he had to weigh in.
Shining down out of water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Let's go. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain?
But then the headlines dropped that Pyfer was out of his fight with Kelvin Gastelum, and it followed with new headlines because Joe took to his Instagram to explain what led to him having to pull out and how he felt about fighting in Mexico.
Well, I wanted to jump on here and address what happened. So I went to my team dinner. I did not drink the water. I hadn't drank the water the whole time I was out there. Went to my team dinner, had some food that was in a place that was supposedly trusted, and a couple hours later, I had the runs. I think I shit at least 10, 11 times. I went from, I think 209 pounds, something like that, as I was still hydrating, down to 194 pounds the morning of, with a puddle that I was sleeping in, a fever, nausea, obviously, like vomit, excruciating stomach pain, and the doctor didn't find it smart to go and fight, and the doctor, as well as I didn't find it smart to fight like that. And I know that's not what everybody wants, but I have to look out for me and my health and what's my best interest. Trust me, I am upset as well. To make that weight, put my body through that, not get paid for it, go out there, spend a bunch of money, bring all my, close friends and family out, and to not be able to perform. It's the first time it's ever happened to me, but I'm not regretful of my decision, and I'm proud of myself, proud of my decision, and, I live to fight another day, and what's meant to be is meant to be, and our fight with Calvin was not meant to be yesterday, and it is what it is. So, and if you guys are one of those people out there spreading negativity like this hasn't been my whole life or everything that I've worked for, you can blow me. I don't give a about your opinions. And, it. We march on. So after they called my fight, I hopped on a flight. I'm back home. There's no way. Look, I believe I'm going to absolutely destroy Kelvin when I get the opportunity again, if he accepts and we can run it back. I feel bad for Kelvin as well. I didn't give that man a chance to make his money. I don't know if they'll take care of him or not, but it's never my intention to leave somebody high and dry. We deserve to fight. It's an entertaining fight. It's a good matchup, and he bangs, I bang, and hopefully in the future we can run it back. But sorry to my true fans that were excited to watch me fight. I was in the best shape of my life, and I couldn't wait to fight too. And yeah, man, thanks for all the love that I've gotten. I oftentimes focus on the negative, but I've gotten a lot of positive and a lot of love, and I appreciate you guys. I will be back as soon as I can kick this fever and cold or whatever the I have. I'll be back to training. But for now, it still stings that I didn't get to fight. But the last thing I will address is, I don't care if it's offensive to you. I will never go back to that country. I did everything right. I slept in a tent. I did all this work to still get sick. Some people are saying it wasn't the food, saying I got altitude sickness. I'm not a fucking geographic elevation scientist, but I was told as long as I acclimated, which I did for 2 months, slept in a tent and on the floor, I did everything that I could to prepare. And if that's what altitude and elevation is, that country. I will never fight there again. Shithole, not going back. Don't care if that's offensive to you. You're not the one fighting. Suck my balls. Literally.
Of course, clips started to spread everywhere as media outlets picked up the last few minutes of the full video. It even led to people like Pat Downey commenting. Pat posted this screenshot of a conversation he had with Bo Nickal, where they were talking about Sean Brady, Joe Pyfer, and Andre Petrosky. Bo responded to a story he was tagged in by Pat, saying, "To be fair, you'd demolish him." Pat responded, "Literally, I accepted him, Petrosky, and Sean Brady same evening. These guys are not as good as they believe they are." Bo responded, "100%. Sean seems like a cool dude. The others are dorks. Tag team me and you versus Pyfer and Petrosky." He then followed it up with a screenshot from MMA Fighting, quoting what Joe said, potentially being Elevation 6, saying, "LOL, wait until Buddy finds out Elevation exists in the States too." With things getting taken out of context, Joe took to his IG story a few days later to clarify what he said. He wrote, "Let me rephrase for all the sensitive people out there. I won't ever go to Mexico again. Still not because of the people, but because of my experience and cancellation of my fight." Once he was home and settled, he got on Instagram Live, and not only did he talk about his experience in more detail, he went off on MMA fans, hinted at the rebooking of his fight with Gastelum, which we broke at the time, and also addressed Pat Downey. I'm not sure many people saw this, so check this out.
Pretty much, because I wanted to eat more shit at home, and whatever. Dude, Sam left. He was like, "Oh man, I'm fucked up. I gotta leave." He was fucking trashed, like stomach wise. He was like hunched over. So he leaves, and I'm like, "Damn, that sucks." I get off the phone, and I go to bed, and then I start getting real cold. I'm like, "Man, fuck. It must be because I'm light still." I was only like 208, 209 pounds. Usually I get above that. So then I'm like, "Oh man, I feel nauseous."
Bro.
I throw up. Immediately after I throw up, I go back to bed. I'm like, "All right, fuck it. Like maybe it was just bad food. I'm good. I'm lucky. At least I threw it up. I'll be fine." Then I start getting this bad stomach pain, and I just start shitting, bro. Like projectile shit out my ass. Like never had that before. So I shit 10 times between 11 p.m. till 6:30 a.m. And when I talked to the UFC doctor, first people I contacted, it's not like I just said, "Hey, I'm not fighting." He was like, "What was your weight?" I said, 209 pounds. He's like, "What is it now?" I said, "Oh, no, I checked." When I checked, I'm 195 pounds.
That's crazy.
I walk at 220 naturally.
Yeah.
Like, I can't fight like that. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. But, I didn't take kindly to everybody of that country saying I'm a pussy, I'm this, I'm that. I hope I die. I hope my plane crashes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All this crap. Get the out of here. So it's like, all right, fuck you
Yeah.
guys. You know?
Are they gonna? Are you trying to reschedule with Kelvin?
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I'll text you.
yeah,
We're all
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
We're
I
all
forgot
good.
we're not on FaceTime.
No. We're all good. We got it. We got a date.
Oh, sweet.
And guess what it's gonna be? Home soil.
Isn't Kelvin from America too?
Yeah, he's half Mexican, half American. Like,
Yeah, that's retarded.
oh look, guys, the poopy princess. So
Are you gonna be in the gym this week?
if I can fucking not
Oh
be
yeah, you're still
sick,
sick. Yeah, you still sound sick.
yeah, I'll be in. I plan to be in there on Wednesday if I get my voice back. I'm gonna be there Wednesday regardless. Have a team meeting and talk about the fight and shit like that. So
How was the flight back when you were shitting?
well, they sent somebody to give me an ID after the fight was off.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah, you can't even get an IV, but that's so stupid,
no,
bro. Like,
it has to be UFC recommended. So they sent somebody to give me an IV because I was so severely dehydrated, and it stopped my stomach up for a while. So I was good till I got home, and then when I got home, I just started shitting again. But it's like I just don't know what else I could do. You know, these fans are just fucking the retards. Not the
bro,
ones that support me.
Fuck
The
'em.
ones that support me aren't
Fuck 'em.
It's the ones that are like talking shit. Like, I didn't just lose a ton of money. I didn't stay in their country for half a month to not fight. I didn't face off. You know, bro, I don't even need to explain it.
Bro,
So,
fuck 'em, bro.
the
Yeah,
thing
but
about retards is they don't know they're retarded.
yeah, but no one is hating from above. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
But it is funny. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, you were crashing out on Mexico. I was cracking up listening to your story.
Well, I got in trouble for that.
For real?
Well, I didn't get in trouble for that, but what I mean is everybody from Mexico started
Alright,
fucking commenting. I had to turn the comments off. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, I'm not gonna have everybody blowing up my shit.
Oh,
So
did you see what NJ Betting Guru commented? He said you and Andre have a 2-on-2 coming up.
yeah,
Did you see that?
well,
What Pat Downey was saying? He's a clown, bro.
I was arguing with him the whole time. Hopefully he has some respect. We were arguing the whole time. He put like 13 posts up
He
about me. And
did.
I'm like, bro, you're kicking a man when he's down. About a grappling match.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even a fighter, bro. And yeah, he's good at grappling, whatever. He can feel however he wants to feel. But it's like, bro, you're not even in the UFC and you're upset for Kelvin. I'm upset I didn't get paid. I'm upset I didn't get to fight him.
Yeah.
And I'm
No,
upset he
that's
didn't get
what had
paid.
to hurt. You flew everyone out. You didn't even
How
get.
come, man? How come ain't nobody ripping Kelvin for how many times he missed weight? I mean, I'm sure they are, but it's like, I couldn't help what happened, bro. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. That's like my biggest fear. That happened to fucking Eric his last fight, Anders.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
OG. He's been in the UFC forever.
Yeah, it happened to him. No one was. It happened. I'm pretty sure it happened the last card too. It's been happening recently. Like,
Well, everybody was like, oh, yeah, Curtis Blades got sick, and he wasn't in Mexico. And I'm like, yeah, cool, good for him. I can't speak for anybody else, but for myself, I've never been sick in this country before a
yeah,
fight.
yeah. No,
I've
I get
gotten
that though.
sick, like seasonal sickness, but
Yeah,
I ain't never had a stomach bug or food poisoning where I couldn't make a fight and I was projectile vomiting. That's never happened to me.
yeah. That, bro. That, bro. All right,
Oh,
hit me up,
hey, I appreciate
bro.
you being a real fan, dude. Thanks, man.
Dude. You know, it made my year getting on Joe Pyfer Live for real.
Joe continued to address some of the headlines, including some from DC who was battling the same illness. And apparently, DC had some opinions on the situation. Joe ended up elaborating further on the Ariel Helwani show recently, saying,
DC went on and said, man, my stomach was messed up. I hate that place. Nobody gave him shit for it. I'm a little bit more unapologetic, man. It's nothing towards the people. The people were fine. I had nothing to say bad about the people.
So, despite the headlines, the controversy, and the fight falling through, Joe Pyfer versus Kelvin Gastelum will finally go down at UFC 316 on home soil. And even though the situation was shitty, my man Joey Pyfer stands on business.
Yeah, I stand on what I say, man. I don't like it as far as fighting there, and yeah, I don't have to. I don't have to retract that statement. I know
Yeah.
it didn't make people happy, but yeah, this is my career, and I'm the one that got bent over at the end of the day and didn't get to make any money or fight.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you think of this whole situation? And who do you got at UFC 316? If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.